Hey, it's Jenny Fennig from jennyfennig.com. Welcome to your Gutsy Biz and Life tip. Today, I want to tell you a story about a wonderful woman who changed my life. She planted a seed with me about my path and my calling and what I was here to do. This was a mentor who I hired in January of 2011, a mentor by the name of Fabienne Fredrickson. You may know her. She is the founder of ClientAttraction.com and the Client Attraction Business School. Well, I knew many years ago that I was drawn to work with her. She was a mother of 3 children. At that time, I was pregnant with child number 2, and I loved the way that she showed up in life and her business. She seemed so warm and authentic, and she just went for things. So I had the good fortune of actually attending the same event as she was attending, and we were both checking in at the same time, and I was beside myself because there she was in line, and she was offering something at that time, and something that was calling out to me. And I went up and introduced myself to her, and I talked to her a little bit more about that offering and said I was interested in being a part of it. And I ended up signing up. It was a group VIP coaching intensive with me and a number of other business people. And I went. I drove through a snowstorm in January of 2011. My mother was up here because she needed to take care of my older son so I could go away to this business trip. And my mother, I remember her saying to me, "They'll probably cancel the meeting. It's snowing. You shouldn't go." And I said, "No, I don't think they're canceling it, and I'm not canceling. I'm going." I knew I was supposed to go. I had made an investment in myself, and I believed something amazing was going to happen as a result. And so I showed up to this meeting, and I had this beautiful coaching experience with Fabienne. I was in, the hot seat and sitting there and sharing more about me and what I want and where I'm feeling called to go. And Fabienne is an expert coach, and she was able to see something on my path that I couldn't see. She told me right then and there, "Jenny, you need to write a book." And I had chills up and down my spine. I felt like, whoa, a book. I had been a voracious reader all of my life. I had read so many books. I love writing. I love authors. I secretly had always wanted to write one, but didn't think that I was qualified. Could I do it? Oh my gosh. Well, she planted that seed. And I went home from that meeting with sheets and sheets of giant flip chart paper, and I had them pasted all up around my office for years, honestly. I wouldn't throw them away until I actualized on that dream. I held on to them. And it took me many, many more years of working things out in my business, working things out in my soul. I knew that the story that I wanted to tell in that book would be a very personal one, would be very hard to tell, yet very liberating. And so here we are on the cusp of a new year. We're at the end of 2014, and my book, Get Gutsy, will be launched into the world in January of 2015, 4 years after that initial seed was planted with me. 4 years. It took me that long to navigate this path, to figure out how I wanted to tell the story, to find guides and coaches and support people who could hold me up during the process, and to give myself permission to tell the story in the way that can be of the ultimate help for you, the reader. That was always my dream and my vision. So I share this story with you to say there are seeds being planted in you at every moment. Listen to these messages. Listen to what you're hearing from those who care about you. Sometimes it takes years for you to take action on these messages, for you to really water the seed and tend to it and nurture it. Sometimes you're ready to take action immediately. It doesn't really matter the timeline. What matters is that you allow those seeds to grow. The ones that you know are right for you. And not all of them are. I've had to say no thanks to a number of suggestions, to a number of paths that to others felt really right for me, but for me, I just knew was not right. Listen to those messages that you're getting, be willing to plant seeds, work with coaches and guides who see something for you that perhaps you're too in the weeds to see for yourself, or you're too scared to see for yourself. I love doing this with my clients. I will say to them, here, you're gonna be doing this. It doesn't matter the timeline, it might be years from now, but this will happen. I see it, I feel it for you. It's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to share my book, Get Gutsy, with you. It will change your life. It's a sacred, fearless guide to finding your soul's calling and living your dream. And again, I just want to give a shout out to Fabienne Fredrickson, who was a beautiful woman and someone who has changed my life with her sharing that nugget and that gem. Make sure you, listener, you have wonderful people in your corner who champion you, who believe in you even when you're having a really shitty day. That is the beautiful part of being a human being. Sacred circles of women are available to you. It is what I aim to create at jennyfennig.com with the work I'm putting out into the world. This is your Gutsy Biz and Life tip. I love you and thank you for being here.